Fiona Phillips has said she was paid less than her GMTV co-host Eamonn Holmes as the gender pay gap controversy continues. The Queen of Breakfast TV said that she was a relative pauper compared with her on-screen king Eamonn Holmes in her Daily Mirror column. Earlier this week it emerged that the gender pay gap at ITN, which runs the news operations for ITV and Channels 4 and 5, is almost double that at the BBC. Phillips' comments come as debate about unequal pay in the media industry rages. Former China editor for the BBC Carrie Gracie slammed the corporation earlier this year for paying her less than her male counterparts. Miss Gracie revealed how she turned down £100,000 in back pay from the broadcaster and accused bosses of treating women who speak out about pay as the enemy. Phillips, 57, who anchored GMTV for more than 12 years, said that her pregnancy was deemed a nuisance and an inconvenience by TV bosses. The mother of two wrote, "Monetarily I was well adrift of my on-screen partner who also had perks that I clearly wasn't deemed worthy of. I even had to fight for maternity pay after being told by bosses when I broke it to them that I was pregnant that viewers don't like seeing pregnant women on TV. Especially early in the morning." She said she was also told you'll have to go once it shows too much, but stayed until she was 8 months pregnant by opting for a slimming wardrobe. Holmes' early morning credits include Sunrise, Good Morning Britain and This Morning. He was named the best breakfast show host of all time last year. BBC staff gathered outside Broadcasting House on International Women's Day to call for equal pay. Journalists brandished sheets of paper displaying equal signs as they chanted equal pay for equal work. Among the participants were the corporation's chief international correspondent Liz Doucet and Woman's Hour presenter Jane Garvey. A huge cheer went up for Gracie, who resigned from her BBC role as she was brought to the front of the crowd. Channel 4 presenter Cathy Newman received thousands of critical comments after her interview with Canadian professor Jordan Peterson about the gender pay gap. In the lively exchange he said there were multiple reasons for the inequality, including that women tend to be more agreeable than men. He said gender was a smaller component than radical feminists claimed. The backlash against Newman, 43, was so fierce that security specialists were called in to carry out an analysis. BBC star John Humphreys, who presents Radio 4's flagship Today programme, recently came under fire for joking about the gender pay gap. He was recorded asking North America editor John Sopel how much of his salary he would be prepared to hand over as women claimed greater pay. The joke caused fury among the BBC's female stars and several threatened to quit. In July 2017, the BBC came under fire for paying its male staff significantly more than their female counterparts when their pay figures were released. The 96 highest-earning stars at the corporation were revealed. Of them, 62 were male and 34 were female. The top 7 highest-earning stars were all men. Men earned an average of £295,000 and women earned an average of £210,000, a 9% difference. Radio presenter Chris Evans topped the list with a salary of between £2.2 million and £2.25, whereas the top female presenter Claudia Winkleman earned between £450,000 and £500,000. It led to calls from Culture Secretary Karen Bradley to call for the public service broadcaster to lead the way in closing the gender pay gap both on and off screen. Apprentice star and Conservative peer Karen Brady also spoke out on the issue, saying the BBC is publicly funded so people want to know where their licence fee is spent and who gets what. Gary Lineker earns £1.8 million, while his female equivalent Claire Balding is on £199,000. He is not overpaid, she is shockingly underpaid. A lot of the men should be forcing the BBC to pay more. Dragon's Den star Deborah Medden also blasted the BBC for their gender pay gap, but revealed that she is paid the same salary as her fellow dragons. During an appearance on ITV's Loose Women she said, "I'm not a woman in the den. I'm a dragon. We're all there to invest. It has nothing to do with gender."
Tell me where the freak's at.